Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with volleyball coach Taylor Gibson, women's cross country captain Casey Mackintosh, and women's soccer player Katie Pettit. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Sophomore Ian McDonald won the individual title at the ODAC Men's Cross Country Championship in Greensboro. The W&L men and women both finished third overall in the team competition. In the ODAC soccer quarterfinals, the women recorded a 3-0 home win over Randolph-Macon, while the men knocked out Hampton-Sydney on a penalty kick shootout. Field hockey also moved on in the ODAC tournament, winning 4-3 on the road against Randolph-Macon. Football fell 36-9 to Emory and Henry at Wilson Field, and Riding placed 6th at the Bridgewater Invitational. And the volleyball team finished out the regular season by going 1-2 at the Emory Invitational, defeating UMass Boston before falling to Barry and the host Eagles. With me in the studio is assistant volleyball coach Taylor Gibson. Taylor, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeremy.
You were in your second season back at Washington and Lee after graduating in 2006. What's it been like to coach at your alma mater?
It's been so great on so many levels. Coming back to Lexington, getting to work with a head coach that I played for, and getting to coach a group of girls who chose W&L just like I did. It's as close to a perfect set of circumstances as I could have possibly hoped for. Plus, I get to spend all my time with a team that's led by senior captain Kelly McManus, who's a great leader and just a fantastic human being.
You were a middle blocker when you played for the Generals, and that position is a strength for Washington and Lee this year. Mackenzie Shand is in the top 5 in Division III in hitting percentage. Jenna Gustafson has had a breakout season. What makes W&L so effective down the middle?
Well, like you said, as a former middle blocker myself, I'd like to say that it's all in the coaching, but honestly, we're just stronger at that position and deeper at that position than the program has been in recent years. Jenna and Kenzie are challenged every day in practice by the other middles on our team, and that's really helped them develop their respective strengths. Jenna has great vision at the net and adjusts her attack really well based on each situation. And Kenzie's just a phenomenal athlete. She can score in about 400 different ways no matter where she is on the court. So the more we get her the ball, we put ourselves in a better position to win each day.
Washington and Lee ran up a 42-0 ODAC record during your playing career. The Generals are now getting set for what looks like a wide-open conference tournament. How much has the ODAC improved over the years?
ODAC volleyball has grown phenomenally since I was a player. I think it stems from the fact that there are a lot of really strong coaches out there with strong playing backgrounds and coaching backgrounds, so they've really focused on building their programs long-term, and that's made the conference more competitive, which then allows us to, recruit and attract more and more solid athletes over time.
What do the Generals need to do on the court this week as you seek your 3rd straight ODAC title?
At this point, we've really just got to take it one game at a time. We tell our girls to treat each match like it's the national championship, but also that no service ace, no one kill is going to win it all for us. So we really just got to focus on what's immediately in front of us. We've got a tough opponent tonight in our quarterfinal match against Randolph College, and I'm really excited to just get our team out on the floor and let them do what they do best, which is battle it out for every point.
Taylor, thanks for joining us. Best of luck in the ODAC tournament.
Thanks, Jeremy.
I'm joined now by Casey Mackintosh, senior cross-country captain from Marietta, Georgia. Casey, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Washington and Lee placed 3rd at the ODAC championship this past weekend. How pleased were you with the way the team performed down in Greensboro?
We were so excited because on paper we were actually supposed to get 4th behind Roanoke. So to be able to come in 3rd, and just with the conditions and how everyone responded, the weather was like 40 degrees, it was raining, the course was completely muddy, people were falling left and right. So for us to get 3rd, we were very happy.
Overall, how has the transition gone in Michael Dager's first year as head coach?
I've been so impressed. The fact that he's come into our school and he's adapted so fast, it's always hard to get used to a different school's culture and balancing academics with the sport, and I think he's done a tremendous job.
Looking ahead to the winter and spring, what kind of expectations do you have for the Generals in track and field?
I'm excited. We have a lot of freshmen this year, and to see whether they're doing the 1500 or the mile, they're a fast group. So I think we have a lot of potential to do great, and I can't wait to see how it turns out.
You grew up about an hour away from Barry College, which is the host for the NCAA Regional meet on November 15th. So you're familiar with the area, if not necessarily the course itself. What do the Generals need to do to run a good race down at Barry?
So in our favor, it's very flat, which is nice. So I think that if we start out strong and just work in packs, that we have the possibility to do awesome. So,
Casey, thanks for joining us here. Best of luck at the regional meet.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Here with me now is Katie Pettit, sophomore soccer player from San Diego. Katie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You've had a breakout season for Washington and Lee, starting 15 games in the midfield so far. What's contributed to your success this fall?
I think a lot of it started last season, just continuing to work hard at practice, always pushing myself and my teammates, and also like the workout packet over the season. I think that really contributed to coming in fit and ready to play at this level, which was like really key for being able to last the entire game, being able to go in for tackles and win balls. So I think that was most important for me.
You had a somewhat uncommon element to the Generals' attack with flip throw-ins in the offensive third. How did you pick up that skill?
When I was 10, I went to a San Diego Spirit soccer game, and I remember one of the players, Kim Pickups, she did it. And I was a gymnast at the time, so I went home and tried it, and it just worked out. So I've been doing it ever since.
Washington and Lee will graduate a tremendous senior class this spring. What have you and the other sophomores learned from playing alongside those seniors for 2 years?
Coming in last year as freshmen, that class as well as the seniors above them really set the bar high in terms of commitment, intensity, and passion, and like everything they do, they put in 110%, whether it's a practice, a game, an off-season workout, and I think they really just like helped us unite like our goal of like what we want to do as a team, and they made us feel really comfortable, and they're really great leaders, I think, which is something that we will learn from and hopefully do the same for the class underneath us.
The Generals face Shenandoah in the ODAC semifinals today. A win would put you back in the conference championship this weekend. What are the keys for Washington and Lee as you pursue a conference title?
Starting today, just beating Shenandoah. This will come from strong defense, making sure we're having high pressure, cutting off the service, as well as winning 50-50 balls in the middle and controlling it. And I mean, after that, it just comes from finishing off our chances. I think as long as we like come out with confidence and passion and like we want it more, we're gonna do great and just stay focused and disciplined throughout the entire game.
Katie, thanks for joining us here. Good luck against Shenandoah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. Both swimming teams head to Sweetbriar on Friday. The women's team will take on the Vixens, while the men compete against Hampton-Sydney. Wrestling begins its season on Saturday at the Washington and Jefferson Invitational, and football travels to Catholic. And the ODAC field hockey, soccer, and volleyball championships will all be up for grabs this weekend. Check GeneralSports.com later this week for updated schedules. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.